Best thing on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen recipe, so think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown, that's the bling with the blow. What the team is about, champions. You can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hank Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports, like, comment, subscribe, say wow. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hank call the play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hank, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hank break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hank defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hank coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. Review. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let me say this, man. You got to appreciate that goddamn intro that's been presented to you guys right now. I just want to say thanks from my man Nightish for hooking me up with that fire-ass intro. Believe and say what you want. That intro was fire. With that being said, man, I'm glad to be here. Hello, everyone. Evander, shout out to you, brother. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Hopefully all is well. We got some things we got to talk about, guys. It's championship day. UConn and Michigan played for the title, the NCAA men's title. Yesterday, we crowned a new women's title, a first-time champion for the Lady Bruins. Shout out to the Lady Bruins for winning their first title. Shout out to every last one of them ladies who have participated and helped win the title, whether it's being from the coaching staff all the way down to the trainers and the assistant coaches and the guys who just clean up the locker room after the games. Everybody benefited, right? You're a winner, you benefited. So congratulations to them young ladies, man, for the hard work that they did over their time period. And now they was able to celebrate by winning a title, a well-deserved title. So you can be appreciative of what you've done. I just want to say that first thing first, foremost. As you see, I put them ladies on a thumbnail. They deserve to be there because they worked hard and won a title. They only lost one game. Y'all see the thumbnail? They raising that trophy. Get that hardware, ladies. They only lost one damn game. I don't know who the team was that beat them. Who was that one team that beat the UCLA Bruins? I need to know who this team is. Who was the one team that beat them? Let me find this out. Let me see what's the one team that UCLA lost to. Let me go down and look at this list. Okay, damn, what damn? All right. Win, and more win. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out who's the one lucky team that was able to beat the UCLA Bruins. And so far, so bad, I can't find them. I'm trying to figure this out. Who was that one team that somehow, here we are. Here we are. So let me see. Because this is not right. I don't know where we're going back to now. So let me do this. This is not helping me at all. Because this will take me all the way back to the goddamn Pac-10. This is crazy. We're not going that far back. We're not going that far. So let me find out who was the one team that beat them that somehow, some way, got to win over these young ladies. I need to know. Let's look this up. I got to know these guys. I'm sorry for the delay of getting into the other stuff. What was the UCLA women's basketball schedule for this season? All right, let's open it up. Let's see. Games. I need to see more. So I'm looking. How far do I need to go back? So I'm gonna work my way back. Let me do that. So all this since I made tournament. We know nobody beat them there. Okay. So let's go back from here. So they barely beat Michigan when they played them, 69-66. So what now? Let's keep going. So I'm looking. What was the lucky team that beat these young ladies? Because they only lost one game. Here we are. November the 26th, they lost to Texas, 76-65. And that was the only loss they had. The same team they ended up beating bad in the Final Four is the same team they lost to in the regular season. That's it. They lost to Texas in the regular season in November the 26th, 2025. That was their only loss, guys. That was their only loss. Hey, guys, if y'all have not checked in with my man, Grown Man's TV, man, definitely check in. That man has a show, a dating show, Meeting to Marry. Make sure y'all guys get locked in and watch that. He was reacting to, I guess, some of his content over there. Shout out to that brother, man. I don't know if the season's completely done or they're still into it. I'm sure he'll let me know in the chat. But if it's still going, y'all make sure y'all check it out. If not, I'm sure you can always pull it up on YouTube and watch the replay. So make sure y'all definitely check in with the brother, man. Good brother. I finally got to see him live again over when he was reacting. Definitely make sure I stop by, let the brother know, hey, man, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man. So shout out to Grown Man's TV, man. Shout out to that brother. But let me say this. Them ladies from UCLA, man, they big girls. I was watching that goddamn game. Them girls was big girls. I mean, that is shit. These ain't no small girls. These young ladies was tall. They big. And that Sienna Betts is the biggest one. Huh? I don't know where she's from. But she's not the biggest one. Let me take it back. She's 6'4". But there's another one girl who's a little bit taller than her. Let me look her up. Let me look her up. Lauren Betts. Now she's 6'7". I assume these girls are sisters because they look the same. God damn, they look the same. Now, Sanaya Betts got a little more tan to her. I don't know if they're really the same. She's got that Spanish descent. Now, let me see about this other one. She's 6'4". This other one's 6'7". And yes, they are siblings. They are siblings. Parents are Andrew Betts. That's the father. So one is 6'7", the other one's 6'4". Big girls, man. Big girls. 6'8" center. The other one, I think she said she's a forward. Right? Yeah, she's a forward. That's a sister. That's a sister. Then we got, who is this? Got a bunch of goddamn foreign players. I tell you that, boy. These some girls. Jesus Christ. She's 6 foot, and she's a guard. Okay, these some big girls. These girls ain't no small. Look, the smallest one is 5'11". And for a woman, that's still over the average size. Average size woman is 5'3", 5'4". She's 5'11". Come on, man. 6 foot, god damn. Now, I do say one thing, they're all older. 23, 22. How old is this one? 22. This other one is, I guess the younger sister's 19. So, you got them. What about this one? She's 6'4", 24 years old. God damn, she's an OG in the college back then. We're going to talk about that too now. This other one, 24. She's 5'10". So she's the smallest so far. So, she's the small fry of the group. She is the smallest. Her name is Charlicia Walker is her name. And she's the smallest so far at 5'10". Let's keep going down the list. 6'3", 22 years old. Jesus. Born in the United Kingdom. Well, they got a bunch of foreign players. God damn. I think I only see one from the States. 5'11". Don't have her age. Depends on who you ask. On Wikipedia, it says she's 5'11". On the program, it says she's 6 foot. You determine. All right. Here we are. Another foreign player. God damn. Jesus Christ. She's 6'3". She look American, but she ain't. But that's okay. You do what you got to do. She's 18. She's probably, so far, she's the youngest. She's the youngest. She played for the national team. Jesus Christ. Man, they got a bunch of goddamn foreign players. I know that's right. Shout out to the international broads. 6'4". Oh, my God. 6'4". Jesus Christ. What about her bio? What were we saying about her? Where's she from? Is she American born? Well, yes, she is. Brentwood, California. Birthplace. I know that's right. So we got 2 local players. Look at this one. She's a softball player as well as a basketball player. She's 5'10". Where's her birthplace at? Let's go look it up. Born in Bruno, California, wherever it is. San Bruno. I'm sorry. I said Bruno. San Bruno, California is where she's born. So you got 3 American-born players. Shortest player is 5'10". That's it. That's the shortest player. So there's some tall girls, man. Some giants. Shout out to the Giants. But they won their first title. Congratulations to them ladies, man. Well-deserved title. They fought all season round. Like I said, they only lost 1 game, and that was to Texas. And they avenged that loss by beating them ladies in the Final Four. So congratulations to that coach, man, and the young ladies, man, for winning the title. I'm happy for them. Even though I was cheering for Don Staley and South Carolina, I was rooting for them young ladies. I wanted to see them sisters win, but they didn't. They didn't. If you look at UCLA's team, they look like a basketball team from the 50s and the 60s. No colors. Integration didn't hit UCLA basketball team this season, at least not this season. I mean, these was all, 3 American women. The rest was ones who had to have temporary passports. They was, depends on who you ask. They would call them illegal aliens. God damn, y'all better leave. Don't call ICE on the UCLA basketball team. If you do, shame on you. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Them ladies was all from a different country. He had 3 born players for UCLA. The rest of them ladies, they from out of the country. But shout out for coming over here, winning the title, and taking that shit home to their foreign land. They're going to get a ring and take it home to the foreign land and show it off to the other young ladies from the foreign land and say, hey, you can come to America and get these type of accomplishments if you work hard and do what you need to do in the classroom. Shout out to them ladies, the locals and the internationals. Shout out to them. We're going to keep it moving because I'd rather talk about South Carolina, but they didn't win, so it's unfortunate. But I did shoot a video, speaking of South Carolina, of the way Gino handled the whole situation with Coach Staley. And it was rude. It was disrespectful. And I think Gino was just being a sore loser, and he doesn't like that the tide is turning for him and the UConn Huskies. Now, I'm not saying they win it because they just won last season. So congratulations to them for winning last season. So it's not like they didn't win. But what I'm thinking is he's used to winning all the time, and he's not getting the regular wins like he was before, right? It's a little bit different now. And Gino's got to accept that. There's other good teams in college basketball other than UConn. And I don't know if Gino's ready to accept that fact that there's other good teams and these other teams are producing and winning and taking care of business. He's not ready to accept that, and that's why he's acting the way he's acting out like a little child, a spoiled child, the only child, and he's walking off the court, don't want to acknowledge nobody, shake nobody's hand. He just want to get the hell up out of there because he's in his goddamn feelings. Shame on you, Gino, for acting that way. Don Staley deserves the utmost respect. She's a great coach. She does great things, And I'm happy for her being at South Carolina and what she does for that program. But one thing you shouldn't be accused of certain things that you know is not true, like a woman of integrity who doesn't want to shake coach's hand. They did the pregame shake. Now, whether you forgot about it because you was in the midst of getting your ass kicked, I don't know. Maybe that's it. You was getting your ass kicked in so goddamn bad, getting cursed up, you forgot that she did shake it. You know what I'm saying? And now, she tried to shake in. You had some slick shit to say. Yeah, that wasn't cool. Gino, that wasn't okay. That wasn't very sportsmanlike, in my opinion. And I feel like you handled it in the worst way you could. Look, you got your ass kicked. Keep it moving. Shake it up. Go back to do some film study. Get your team ready for the next season. You know what I'm saying? You lost, so be it. Look here, just last year, you was on the opposite side. You was a winner. I bet your ass ran to that goddamn center court to shake down and say, man, well, you beat the brakes off her ass. But when a rabbit got the goddamn gun, you don't have nothing to do with the woman. When a rabbit got the gun, you don't have nothing. You don't even want to see her ass. You use that excuse, well, she didn't shake my hand before the game. Bullshit, motherfucker. We seen the footage. We seen the film work. You're lying. You just mad because you didn't like how things went. You didn't like the results. Just be honest. You didn't like the result. That woman whooped your goddamn ass, and you didn't want to accept that. Well, Gino, you got to accept it. She beat the brakes off of you. Now, I think South Carolina spent a lot of energy in order to win that game, and it's obviously showed in the next game because they played like they wasn't even there. They just, I don't know, they act like they won a title in the Final Four game. Because that championship game, man, UCLA beat the brakes off them. And now, the game I watched against Texas, UCLA could score for shit like that, but shit, yesterday, that woman was hitting every goddamn thing. Shutting shit down, blocking every goddamn shot they taking. I mean, they was looking bad out there, South Carolina was. So it was just like a whole different team. But it's all about matchups. That's what it's all about, man. And maybe UCLA is just not a good matchup for South Carolina, but they're good enough to beat Connecticut, the former champ, who was undefeated. I don't know. But there's some other things going on. So in case y'all didn't know, y'all missed it, or y'all been under the rug. Let's talk about a little bit of NFL before we dive all the way into the college game. So just recently on the Score website, they got the QB big board, right? These are the top 8 quarterbacks that's supposedly in the draft this year. And I'm looking at the list of these quarterbacks. These quarterbacks are trash. So our man Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback, came out on the right year. The weakest year of the college quarterbacks is this season. If he comes out next year, he wouldn't be the first, second, or third round quarterback. He wouldn't. But he come out now, he's the top guy because he won a title. He's a hard-balling player, and he's the tallest midgets. He's the tallest amongst all these midgets out here. And so he can stand up with his chest out with pride, said, I'm the best quarterback in the draft. Yeah, you are, compared to these other clowns. Yes, you are. You are the best, because these clowns look like terrible. Now, what they are now, I don't know. Ty Simpson, I wasn't really impressed with the quarterback from Alabama. Garrett Nasimer used to play for Notre Dame before he transferred to LSU. I'm not impressed. Carson Beck, I know I am. I remember him at Georgia. He was terrible at Georgia. He was terrible at Miami. So, Tylen Green from Arkansas. Drew Ayler from Penn State. Chad Kullik. I can't pronounce it, man. He's terrible. Can't pronounce his name. I ain't never seen him play, but I can imagine he being terrible because he's 7th. And then you have Cole Payton from looks like North Dakota, right? So you got Mendoza. He's 6'5", 236 pounds. Played at Indiana, didn't do the 40. His comparison, C.J. Stroud. That's not saying much. Ty Simpson, Alabama, 6'1", 211 pounds, didn't do the 40. And his comparison is Jimmy Garoppolo. That is bad. That is bad. LSU, 6'2", Garrett Nasimer, 6'2", LSU, 203 pounds. NFL comparison, Spencer Rattler. He's in trouble. He is in trouble. God damn. We have next Carson Beck, 6'5", plays for Miami, 233 pounds. Best comparison, NFL comparison, is Trent Edwards. Jesus Christ. All right, number 5, we have Tylen Green. 6'6", played for Arkansas, 273, 227, and he did run a 40. He ran a 4.3. His comparison is Terrell Pryor. Jeez. This is sad. This is sad. And we have Drew Aller, 6'5", 228, no 40, played for Penn State. His NFL comparison is Joe Milton. Who the hell is Joe goddamn Milton? This is crazy. So now we have Caden Klubnik. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's 6'2", 207 pounds, didn't do the 40, played at Clemson. His NFL comparison, Tyson Bagent. Now, those who don't know who Tyson Bagent is, I know who Tyson Bagent is. Tyson Bagent is the backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Cole Payton for the Bisons, North Dakota State University. 6'3", 232 pounds. He ran a 4.5. Jesus Christ. His NFL comparison is Jeff Driscoll. Jeff Driscoll, I think he's the one played for Florida. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Now, here, we got a few other guys that got on here. Haynes King, Sawyer Robertson, Jalon Daniels, and Luke Altmyer. Luke Altmyer. Those are some other notable names that's going to be in the draft this year that you may want to look for. If you're looking for a quarterback this season, you in dire need, go out to the free agent and find you a good free agent to cover you for 1 year. Ain't none of these clowns that I just named off going to be franchise quarterbacks. None of them. Not near one. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think I am at all. Jesus Christ. These clowns are crazy. Ain't no goddamn way these should be in the draft. They should all be free agent pickups. They should all be free agent pickups. But let's keep it going, guys. Again, like I said, we do have a game tonight. It's game night. I think the game tips off at 8:50. So you guys, I will have you guys out of here just in time to watch the tip-off of the Michigan and the UConn game. So don't feel threat. Don't feel like you're in a rush to leave. I'm not going to keep you long, brothers and sisters. I promise you I ain't. But do me a favor. I need every last one of you guys to hit that like button while you're here.
What's the goddamn button?
If you are here right now, you're going to watch it on the replay, hit that goddamn like button.
What's the goddamn button?
If you just want to appreciate me and show some love, hit that goddamn love button.
What's the goddamn button?
Guys, if you feel like you financially want to show me some goddamn love, you see that QR code at the top right there? You can hit that. It links to my Cash App. Guys, you can also hit that goddamn super chat. Or you can also go through with PayPal. I'll put PayPal. PayPal's up there right now. PayPal's up there right now. You hit that QR code there to link you to the PayPal. This other one hits you to the Cash App. But we're going to put the PayPal up there right now. Not everybody's into the Cash App. I understand. You know who got Cash App the most? These old bucket shakers. These broke motherfuckers ain't got a real account. That's who got the account. Let me stop this. I got a Cash App. I got a real account too. But I got a Cash App because I know most people can't afford a whole real bank and they got fees and collections they can probably collect on. They got to shut the bank down. But I do got the Cash App up here. So in case you want to donate that way, you can. And you will hear this sound when you do. And I will let you know how much I appreciate you. If you hit that super chat, you will hear this sound as well. And I will let you know how much I will appreciate you. I promise you that. With that being said, let me not go too far without letting y'all guys know of my action figure as well as Funko Pop of the Week. As well as Album of the Week. Now, of course, I used to play the video with the music. They kept on having an issue with it, so I'm not going to play the music. But you guys have an idea. Here we go. See that handsome-looking gentleman on there? That's me. But my action figures of the week is the Thundercats. I have Panther, I have Shatara, I have Tigra, I have Mumra, and I have the all fearless leader, Lionel. Album of the week is Heavy D, Big Timer. You know, the girls, they love me. It's the overweight lover, Heavy D. Great album. Great album. So that's my album of the week, as well as my action figures of the week is the Thundercats. Shout out to that. If you are a follower on my channel, you should have seen it as a, I guess, as an intro, right? It should have been like the intro when you came in. You probably seen the album and action figure of the week. It'd be, if you haven't, you can go over and check out my shorts, the video, and you will also see how I displayed it in my display. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. Leave something in the comment. Let me know that you enjoy it. Hopefully you hit that like button on that situation. I put out probably about 3 videos this weekend. I was busy this weekend. Happy Resurrection, a late Resurrection Day for those who celebrate it. I was out there busy doing God's work, putting out videos, clipping up videos, editing videos, and making sure I upload videos. I did it all for you guys. I didn't do it for me. I did it for you. If I do it for me, I wouldn't do it. I did for you, I'm going to. So shout out to every last one of you guys here. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button.
Lord Jesus.
I know that's right.
Put the goddamn button back.
You're goddamn right. But guys, there's some other news that came out. It came out a little bit earlier today over the ticker. UNC, University of North Carolina, who fired Hubert Davis a little bit earlier after the tournament, guys. They let him go, alumni, a former player. They said, we got to let you go. We're going in a different direction. And that direction they went into, they went to the NBA, former NBA coach Michael Malone. Yes, that Michael Malone who won an NBA title for the Denver Nuggets. Yes, I was surprised that he came back to college. I didn't expect that because I expected him to get another NBA job. He's good enough to get another NBA job, but he settled. He said, man, I'm tired of the pros. They over-spoilized babies, big babies who want to load manage, and I ain't got time for this shit. I'm going back down to college. At least I can make a difference. Now, I don't know if he didn't really say all those things. I just make some shit up. I did a lot of ad-libbing in that, but that's okay. But he is your new head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. So congratulations to the Tar Heels. Last season, they got a Bill Belichick from the NFL. And they went to the pro level again and got Michael Malone as a coach on the college level. So the Carolina has no problems with going to the pro ranks to find him a coach. We'll do what we got to do to bring the best of the best here. And so it is what it is. It is what it is. So, guys, with that being said, I want to get over to this video that I did cut up and edit for you guys. But unfortunately, I kind of blended the wrong way. And that's okay. It happens. I made a mistake. It didn't have no significant order in, so I really didn't talk it in an order, but we're going to watch it again, and you're going to hear my, of course, my reaction to it then and let you know what I think. And then from there, after we do the video, we will be talking about the UConn Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines and my thoughts on that game and who I'm going to predict to win the NCAA title this year. So with that being said, let's get over here to watch and hear what old John Calipari, my former coach at Kentucky, has to say. Is he lying? Is he not? How are you feeling today? Well, I feel great. Like Tony the Tiger. Subscribe to your channel. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you subscribe because I think you deserve to subscribe to this channel. It's a great channel. You come over here, you're going to be entertained on Monday with sports, and then I will get on Wednesday and I will react to a pop the balloon or some sort of video that I come across. And I will also be dropping other little videos and things in the meantime, between time. If you decided that you want to become a member of the show, huh? You heard what it said. I didn't stutter. If you decided you want to become a member, I also drop members only video. You understand what I'm saying? I drop members only video and I make sure that my members have the opportunity to witness and experience those member only that no other people see. So like when I get my like on the weekends, I go out and I go to some of my spots and then I get some collectibles like some new Funko Pops, action figures, albums, either in the mail that I order or find them on a What's Not auction. I make sure I present them to you, to the guys who are members first, because you have the right to see it, because you are paying members, and I appreciate every last one of you. My membership is not expensive. It's only $1. I hate when I do this, because when I say it, only $1 a day could feed a whole family over in little Haiti. That shit was wild. Let me say this. I'm choking. When I was a kid, I remember my parents said, "You better eat that food. The people in Africa are starving." I'm like, what? Then I would see these goddamn infomercials talking about with 15 cents a day, you could feed a whole family. I said, God damn, this can't be real. I got on my own and I said, I know it ain't real because I'm hungry as hell. And for 15 cents, I can't even buy a goddamn penny candy no goddamn more. This is so crazy. Where did that shit come from? But it is what it is. But nonetheless, here's the membership that you could also make sure you apply to and become a member. You can subscribe on any of them channels right there. You will become a member of the basement. You will be what we consider a basement dweller. Huh? Y'all heard what it said. You will be a basement dweller. And I appreciate every last one that are current members that are still rocking with me like this, donating every month to the 99 cents to remain a member. Shout out to every last one of you. I'm not going to try to raise it up and bust people's head. The economy is bad right now. It took me $100 to fill up my goddamn truck tank. It's crazy at work. When it was 3 months ago, it only cost me $56 to fill up. Now it's $100. Well, damn near. I'm kind of rounded up about $4, but that's okay. Y'all know what I mean. The shit's high. That's all I'm gonna say. The shit's high and the shit ain't right. But that's a different conversation. We're not gonna get into the political realm today. That's not what we on. We about to talk about this video we about to do with John Calaberry and the rest of the Game Day crew, talking about the transfers, talking about the NILs, talking about the portals, talking about what they're gonna do, players getting played, how can they fix the system, how players are old as hell and their granddaddies and grandfathers still playing college basketball. All that yada, yada bullshit. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to have this conversation. We're going to see. Guys, make sure y'all let me know in the chat what you think. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, let's get to this beautiful bean footage.
Indiana. And 2 years ago, Indiana was the worst team in the history of college football. More losses than anybody. Now, thanks to the transfer portal, maybe not as much money as some said, according to Kurt Signetti, they're the reigning national champion. So there's a side of it, John, that it says that everybody gets a chance to compete if they're willing to invest. How do you look at it from this standpoint with the number of players who are churning through the portal?
By the way, Cal, I got a year left of eligibility if you want to know.
I want Anthony Davis Jr. back.
I would take him over me, too.
Here's my thing. Here's my new term, transparency. Tom Izzo, all over it. Let's just be transparent. Redact names, share contracts. What's the total your school is spending? So we know. So now, instead of it being fugazi numbers, they're just out there. We know what's the real thing. I look at all this. I don't care the kids are making money. We just got to do a better job of transfers. Yeah, if a coach leaves or gets fired, you can leave without penalty. You can leave one time. I mean, I may even say 2 times, but you can't leave 4 times. You're not going to graduate. You're not going to create anything. You're a mercenary. Now, they'd say, well, they should be able to make money. Go pro. Let's worry about 17, 18, and 19-year-old kids. Just one thing. If it were your son and he practiced and he was a gym rat, he was all conference. He's not a top 50 player, but he's a Division I player. Right now, that kid is not getting contract or scholarship offers because we're all waiting on older players. The game is better because it's older, 25, 26. I laugh and say the guy got 2 kids and his wife and he's on his second wife. And
it's being a pro. It's what being a pro basketball player is.
Yes. But, John, you say go pro. Some would argue this is professional basketball. It is professional sports now.
It's amateur basketball.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Hey, no, it's not.
It's not.
But well, then let's just call it pro and let it be a pro basketball.
Well, but
So let me say this. I appreciate that them giving him pushback. You talking about a Hall of Fame coach right here, John Calipari. I've been seeing this for over 10 plus years, him talking and act like it's throwing little ad libs, and I'm used to that. When he was at Kentucky, he did that shit. But they're right. These kids are not amateurs. They haven't been amateurs for a long time. They're not. They're not, man. And they deserve every dime that they get. Every penny they can get, they deserve it. They deserve it. Unfortunately, there's certain individuals who know once these kids start getting money, they have no control. They have no say-so. And that's what I think is happening. The coaches don't have as much say-so as they used to. They don't have as much controls as they used to. Now, they could be bad on both parts. Let me say this. Because some of them kids need to really be taught, trained, and educated because they don't have no stick-witness. I could also say that. Things get hard, they ready to quit, run, and get the hell up on. They don't believe in sticking with it, powering through, toughing through things, dealing with adversity, because soon a level of I can't even say it. Soon a level of adversity hits, they ready to run. Now, guys, you may get away with that in college basketball, but in life, that's not how you're going to always be able to handle it. You're not going to be able to transfer, run, or do this and do that. You're not. Sometimes you might have to stick to a career or a job that you don't like because that's the only thing that's going right now that's paying you what they're paying you. You may not like it because they put you on a certain shift. You have to work certain hours you don't feel good about. You're not getting the pay you feel like you truly deserve, and maybe because you an intern or you are undergrad or a flunky or are in the mailroom, and you got to work your way up from the mailroom to the CEO office. And it does not going to happen like a microwave society wants to overnight in 30 seconds. You might have to put some time. You might have to get some tenure behind you. It may take 5 to 10 years to get up out of the mailroom to move in a different opportunity. And that's the way it is. But you know what some of these young cats are doing? They ready to get up out of it. No, I'm quitting. They kiss my ass. I'm going to get your job. No, that ain't how life goes, though, dog. That's not how it goes. So sometimes you got to know how to stick with it and deal with the adversity life's going to throw at you. You can't be out here acting soft and pussyfooting around. You can't. Excuse my language for the young kids that may have heard that. But you can't. I'm just saying, let's keep going in this video.
First of all, it was pro basketball before NIL, and I'll tell you why. Amateur sports don't make billions of dollars and pay their coaches and administrators millions. There is nothing about this that has ever been amateur once the money jumped up. And it started in 1984 with the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that allowed.
Guys, make sure you do that, guys. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button. I appreciate every last one of you being here.
Allowed the conferences to sell their media rights. There is no difference between the media rights contracts with the NCAA from a media company like ours and the NFL,
don't forget
the
fair
NBA,
use,
Major
guys.
League Baseball.
Fair use.
Zero difference.
God damn it, fair use.
Right now, when we're talking about this, we're kind of taking an old school mentality of, hey, it used to be a certain way, and that's fine. But if we want players to stay, then sign them to long-term contracts and put buyouts in them. But the NCAA doesn't want to do that because they don't want them to be employees. They want to beg Congress for an antitrust exemption. And they're not going to get it. What other multi-billion-dollar industry is getting an antitrust exemption from Congress? There isn't one. What the NCAA should do is make rules that don't violate federal law. The rest of American business has to do it. They can do it too.
Well, that's the one major difference then, right? Like that's the difference between being an NBA or NHL. There are rules and regulations. Also, there's a CBA. The players have a voice. The coaches have a voice. We don't have any of those guidelines.
Because they don't want it.
Exactly.
The NCAA does not want it. And like when it drives me crazy when people say, well, we used to talk about education. What's stopping you from talking about education? If a player's not interested in education, then don't take the player. You know, and if you don't like transfers, don't take transfers. But you know what everybody wants to do? They want to win. Like none of these schools is going, we have the highest GPA. They're going, we've been to 6 Final Fours. They want to win, and they're going to pay what's necessary to win.
But you got to find a balance because I don't care what we're collective bargaining. It's a professional sport. All those things.
Like I said in the video with Cal, man. When I recorded earlier, Seth, you a goddamn Ass kiss up Cal, man. You're going to agree with anything what Cal says instead of standing up and actually saying what you really feel, man. So I can't take you serious, man. But, he's got his opinion. Let me hear it out.
Sound great. But in the end, these are 17 to 18-year-old kids.
They're not kids.
Well, yeah,
it's called men's college basketball. They're adults.
That's just rhetoric. A
No,
17-year-old is not an adult.
They're adults.
No, is a developing young person.
That's different.
That
You
is
say
not used to making those
developing
type
young
of
man.
decisions.
Developing young man is still an adult. They get charged with a crime. They're charged as an adult.
Can I just say this? I've been one that has promoted young people making money 15 years ago. Their NIL. They should be able to do this. We just got to figure out, maybe it's collective bargaining. Maybe it's collective bargain with the trade union, the players, and we come up with something. This is not sustainable. If you don't want it to sustain, then say, let's just keep going as is. I'm in this. I mean, I don't mind kids transferring. I don't. But I'm saying, do we really want them to be able to go every year? And then you say, well, coach can. Well, if I left, my players can leave. So I don't know. I don't have.
Let me say this, man. Like I said in that video, they had over 20 years to figure this out. Over 20 years to figure this out. But they kept on, like a politician used to say, they kept kicking the can down the road, and hopefully the courts wasn't going to agree with the NIL, the name, image, and likeness thing. And they's going to win this case, but they didn't. But they thought, even after they lost the case, they still had time to deal with this, but they didn't do that. They didn't. And so now we got this problem what we have right now. Now you got to deal with it. Suffer. I don't care. I don't care if every university suffers and have to pay and do what they got to do, and they don't always get. And some, I mean, I've seen a couple times where the guy from UNLV who played in 3 games, he decided he's not playing no more because he's transferring. He didn't like his opportunity. He wanted to go. Played 3 games, is ready to transfer. That's crazy. But that's his right to do that. Why? Because these rules are set. It's the Wild Wild West. They're a bunch of nomads. Like I agree with John Calipari on this. He called them mercenaries. Okay, I can agree with that. That's a good name for it. Because that's how they move and operate. Why not, though? If you have no rules and regulations, you got to go with the rules of the land. And if the rules of the land say we can do this, then we can do it until we can. Then y'all do what y'all got to do, young folk. Get what you can. Get your money. Get your bread.
All the answers, but I do know this. The transfer and the length of eligibility. A 17-year-old playing against a 28-year-old is not healthy and safe. It's just not.
There needs to be some kind of years of qualification.
Why in football do they make them stay 3 years? Because they say it's not safe.
No, that's not why. The NFL has.
Shout out to Jay Billis, come through again with the block on Kyle with this bullshit rhetoric. Shout out to the guy. Let me say this. And on my video, I had somebody leaving a comment, a guy named John. Shout out to John for leaving a comment. I appreciate it. He said, well, there's a couple of players that were 17. Okay, cool. You named 2 guys that was 17 going on 18 when they came. I could probably name one more. That's Carl Anthony Towns for Kentucky. Jalen Quinton was young when he came in, and so was Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg came in 17, but when the season started, he was 18. Yeah, that's not normal. That's very abnormal. Those are anomalies. I promise you they are. They are. Look, my son started 18 in college. He was 18. Most of his teammates, freshmen, 19, 20 years old, freshmen. He was the youngest, 18 years old. But coming in 17, now average age right now coming in, I'm sure with the freshmen, are about 19 years old. And now he's talking about playing against 25, 26. Yeah. Shout out to the COVID years because they utilized that to the fullest. And we can't fault them because it was the rules and regulations. They didn't get to have the normal season that they should have due to the virus. You had to do what you had to do. And so they gave everybody who's eligible another year. Then they're entitled. So you can't fault them for taking advantage of it. They just did. They did what the rules were. They played by the law of the land.
A collective bargaining
You
agreement.
and I could go back and forth on this and have some fun with it.
But they determined. So that's a great point. Like the NFL, it used to be 4 years. You know, college football is 50 years older than the NFL. And the NFL used to have, or excuse me, the NCAA used to have a rule way back in the day that when the NFL was getting going, that if you worked in professional sports, you could no longer work in college sports. So the NCAA, the NFL came to the NCAA on bended knee and said, please don't do this to us. You'll kill us as we're getting going. We won't draft your players until they graduate. And then they started drafting them after 3 years. You know why? Not because they're mature enough now. It's because the USFL started drafting juniors and they had to keep up. That's all it is. That's a collective bargaining issue for eligibility for the draft and nothing more. The NBA has an eligibility issue that says 1 year after your high school graduation and you're in. So that's a pro thing, not a college thing. And the colleges the NCAA will not adjust to this. They never have. And they've used the word unsustainable for 50 years now, and the money keeps going up. The ratings are higher than they've ever been right now.
Cal, can I ask you from an institutional perspective, because we're not going to fix that issue right now on national TV. How is your system operationalized to kind of keep up with the times? How is it different than what it was 5 years ago? Are you going to have a CEO? We have a president overall. Do you have a GM now? Like, how's everything work?
It's different in basketball than football. And here's what I would say. If it comes a point for me personally where it's transactional, I'm paying, you're going to say I'm leaving, you got to pay me more, and I won't do this anymore. As long as it's transformational, I look at Darius Acuff, and he's going to keep me coaching for a few more years. Malik Thomas, they'll never be able to play together. Both of them are going to have pro careers. Billy Goat Richmond, Trevin Brazil, he's never been better. That makes me go. But if it becomes transactional, why am I doing this? Then I might well be a pro coach. Just be a pro coach. They fired me, though. Did you know they fired me? They fired me because I played rookies.
Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. See, it's yelling out. Boy, Cal still being Cal. I tell you that. Shout out to Cal.
It's a remarkable thing, and I think both of you make great points in that. I agree with Jay. They're not kids, but they're still maturing. There's something to be said for helping them to develop, helping them make wise decisions, because when we are immature, even if we're adults, sometimes we grab at the first shiny thing we see, and it's not for the betterment in the long term.
Can I just say one?
But you have to let the business function as a business.
I just think we're talking about the one percenters. We're not talking about the enterprise. And we have young people that are making this money, and that's great. And they're going to go to Europe and get fired. They're going to come back, and you talk about mental health issues. We better be prepared to help these people and have someone build a bridge for them to cross to help them navigate the rest of their life, not just these 3 or 4 years where they're marketing.
So they'd be healthier unpaid.
I have nothing to say with that.
No, I don't think he's saying that.
Saying that at all.
Jay, a kid's making $500,000 a year. He stays and he transfers and he makes $600 a year. And then he's done. No college degree. He goes to get a job. And the guy offers him $60,000. And the guy feels good about it. This is fugazi money right now. And you're right. There's so much of it. It's crazy. What do we do with that kid? Exactly now, all of a sudden, he says, $60,000? Do I get a car? Do I have to come to work? Do you get me? You're feeding me, right? The apartment. We're going to deal with mental health issues. And that's why I'm saying, let's collect the bargain. Let's have people in the room. We're finally talking about it to say it's an issue right now. And we got to do something. I'm for the kids. I don't care what they make. I don't really care. Let people decide that. But how we run our business, we got to do this different for them. I hate to say it in the game too, which we've all benefited by.
No question about that. John, always a pleasure to have you with us. Thanks for being with us.
No, That's awesome.
Look, let me say this. The mental part of it. Yeah, I know. Let me say this about the mental part of the situation. That's where the parents need to step in. That's when the parents need to step in and keep some of these kids humble. Let me say it again. That's when the responsibility of the parents should kick in and keep some of these kids humble, letting them know, hey, this money's good right now, don't mean it's always going to last. So let's go out here and try to get a college degree out of this. Let's go get our paperwork. Let's benefit by doing that and not just go out here just collecting all these free checks that they willing to give away. That's nice and good. And you probably need to put it up for a rainy day. Save it, invest that money in the right way. That's all the parents should be. I know some of them going to need an accountant. I agree with that. But at the same time, the parents need to also be some type of in-house accountant and remind these kids of, you need to start investing, because someday this all's going to stop bouncing. What are you going to have to fall back on? Hopefully your college degree. Hopefully a little bit of money in your account. So when you do have to go out here and get a real job, like a 9 to 5, like your boy, he ain't out there putting that work in, goddammit. That you have some sort of skills or some sort of trade or something that come out of it that you can benefit from outside of that. Now, whether it's you want to get into the coaching aspect or you want to continue to do what you got to do, maybe be a commentator, do a podcast, you can do all of those things, but you got to have something. And that's when the parents need to step in and encourage that. They really have to. Guys, with that being said, do me a solid. Hit that goddamn like button. Hey, I want y'all to give me a moment because I need to turn the lights on. I don't like it too dark. I mean, I don't know. Y'all okay with this really not bright, but it is what it is. Fool with it. I ain't gonna mess with it. We're gonna ride it out right now. I ain't gonna worry about turning the lights on. We could. I got the natural light from the sun still shining here. I got the light reflecting from my my sign, which is my avatar, which is this right here. That's what you're seeing in the background. For some reason, my wife decided she won't come down here and turn lights on. Shout out to my wife. I guess in her words, it wasn't that good. Shout out to the missus. Shout out to Mrs. Ink for taking care of her husband, the greatest man that's walking. Now, she may feel or think differently, but I think that's what I am. It doesn't matter what you think. That's the only thing about it. You pushing that goddamn button. With that being said, let's get to the tails of the tape. We got a championship game, guys. We got a championship game tonight at 8:50. Huh? We got a championship game tonight at 8:50 between the University of Michigan and the Connecticut Huskies. Right now, if you are better, if you are a guy or a gal or a person, let me say that. If you are a person who loves to put a few coins down on these games, then I think you should. Right now, Michigan is a 6.5 point. 6.5 point. That means Michigan's favorite. That means UConn's a 6.5 point underdog. I'm just saying. The over, for you guys who will want to guess the combination of the score between the two teams, is 145.5. That means you get 146, you winning. Get your money. If you take Michigan minus the points and Michigan ends up winning by 7 or greater, you won. But if you decide to go with UConn and you get 6.5 points, they only win, and Michigan only win by 5, you won. Now, if you go with the money line, you got to pick a winner. Well, guys, I'm going to go and tell you right now, I'm riding with Michigan. Go Big Blue is what they call it. It's not been since 89. I think they well deserve it. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yes, it is. I'm just saying. But as far as the road to the finals, I'm going to go over each one of them. So, first round, Connecticut had the opportunity of playing Furman and they end up winning 82-71. Second round, they played UCLA 73-57. Third round, they played Michigan State 67-63. Fourth round, which was the Elite Eight, they played Duke 73-72. Now, Duke had them boys on the ropes. They was down by 19 at halftime. Duke had them boys on the rope, but somehow, some way, the second half, they decided to stop playing. And Duke ended up losing. And Connecticut ended up coming back in the Elite Eight game. In the Final Four, they got the opportunity to play another Big Ten team, and that's Illinois. They got to play 1, 2, 3. They played 3 Big Ten teams, and Michigan makes number 4. Shout out to UConn for making it to the finals. Now, let's go over Michigan's road to the championship game. They had Howard 101-80. They had St. Louis 95-72. They had Alabama road tie, a football school. That's what they had, a football school, 90-77. They had another football school in Tennessee, 95-62. They had Arizona, the team I had predicted to win a title, but they didn't. It is what it is. In the Final Four, and they won 91-73 over Arizona. So that's how they got to the championship game for them. The record between the two, the record for UConn is 34-5. The record for Michigan State, I'm sorry, guys. Michigan is 36-3. Average points per game is 76 for UConn, 87 for Michigan. Points allowed per game is 65 for UConn, 69 for Michigan. Field goal percentage, that means what they hitting from the floor. 48% for UConn, 51% for Michigan. 3-point percentage is 34 for UConn, 36 for Michigan. Free throw percentage is 71 for UConn, 74 for Michigan. The game is at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The game will be tipped off at 8:50. You can watch the games in the U.S. on TBS, True TV, HBO Max. That's where you can watch the game. So, guys, I told you guys who I thought was going to win. Again, like I said, the Wolverines haven't won a title since 1989. That's with the old Glenn Rice team. They had other times to win in the 90s. Matter of fact, 93, they made it to the championship game and lost to Carolina. That's when that infamous timeout that they didn't have that Chris Webber tried to call. That was the last time they was in the championship game. They was in the championship game before in 2013. But that was the last time that I think they really had a legitimate chance to win. It was in 93. 13, yeah, they really wasn't there, in fact. But we all know 13 didn't happen because it didn't happen. Because an ineligible team was playing and they was cheating and they got the title ticket from them. Is vacated. We're not gonna say who that team is because it's vacated. It doesn't matter. But that's the tale of the tape for tonight's game. That's what we got. Please leave a comment. Let me know who y'all win. Even after the show goes off and you watch replay, I would like to know who y'all thought was going to win or think's going to win. Hopefully before the results come in, you tell me. But, nonetheless, it is what it is. But with that being said, I will appreciate every last one of you guys being here tonight. I told you we're going to go long because we got a game to watch tonight and a championship game. It's going to be a good game. The last game of the season of college basketball. And you know what we're going to hear after the game over? Huh? Y'all know what they're going to play when the game's over? If you don't know, I'm going to play for you. With that being said, let's go.
ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star, and all the years, no one knows just how hard you work.
That's what you expect to hear out of the game. The Luther Vandross version of one shining moment. And we're going to crown a championship. Who would that be? I don't know for sure, but I'm like I said, I'm riding with the Michigan Wolverines. Shout out to all the Wolverine fans. Shout out to Michigan and everybody's affiliated them with them. With that being said, I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Until the next time, I will catch you beautiful people on the next one. Right on.